Chubby, we are late. 10% XP penalty. Sorry. Anyway, hey, it's Monday Night RPG, and we are here to play some Hyperborea. This will be session 6 tonight, and I'm joined by Lord Mattias,
What's up, everybody?
Death Angel Shadow, Cam.
Cam's waving. You just can't tell because he's
Yeah,
a man of
what-
mystery.
I think he was drinking something. Dan, our GM, Dan Tesh.
Stop.
And Dying Breed Kyle, who's Valkus, our third level fighter. I guess
Hello.
I put my thing on there. I need to do that too and put my character up there. So we did not play last week. We took off, but we're back, and we got some people already here. Chubby, good to see you. And Decado, hello, hello.
Greetings, everyone.
Dan, what do we need to know?
Well, first and foremost, I got to give a shout out to Stan. He was able to find the Age of Vikings Quick Start and the Dolmenwood Free RPG Day adventure, and he sent them to me because Stan is awesome. So thank you, Stan.
Stan the man.
But anyway, when last we left 2 weeks ago, you guys started making your way back towards Xambaala after encountering a mercenary band that was being led by Erkin, the leader of the arena. He took all of his gladiator slaves, all 6 of them, brought them out to you. You killed 3, you let 1 go, and 2 you actually took in as retainers or henchmen. So you have 2 of those fellows with you, and upon returning toward you, the 4 of you are out. That's everyone except for Darlagdak. Are outside, kind of hunkering down in the ruins of the outer city. Darlagdak and Bercy were sent in with the intention of possibly meeting up with Rajoyden, who is the leader of the Grotto of Rel, and also securing some supplies. When Darlagdak and Bercy were near the town center square, the market square, they did see a gallows erected, and a crier was reading off the list of crimes of a young Darrell who had been sentenced to death for theft. And that is where we left off. Oh, there was one other rumor you heard, and that was that the proprietor of the Saturn's rings, Zarskia, is dead. She was found dead, strangled to death in an alley behind Saturn's rings.
Saturn's luck or Saturn's?
Sorry, Saturn's luck. Saturn's luck.
Okay.
By Saturn's rings was the
message
that she got from Zahara. If you ever met her tribe out there.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And then specifically, Darrell it wasn't just simply just theft. It was theft of a pearl necklace that was owned by the satrap's wife, if I recall.
Correct. So, and that is where we are. So, we'll start off with Darlagdak. You have just seen this before you, and as you kind of glance around to your side, you realize that Bercy is not there. You do see kind of a door swinging open, a saloon-style door behind you to a nearby lotus den. You think you might have went in there, but you're not sure. Anyway, what would you like to do?
Well, I walk up to the area where the structure has been erected. Okay. Ooh, what's going on? Is there a hanging?
There's a commoner that says, "Yeah, there's going to be a hanging. Although I heard they're doing this one without a trial, which is not something that's usually done around here." And as you get closer, the crier is reading off these list of crimes. You know, theft of the crown jewels of the satrap's wife, and you see Darrell's eyes kind of scanning the crowd, and when he locks eyes with you, they get really, really wide, and he just yells out, Wait! I didn't get a trial. I get a trial, and I get someone to represent me. I pick him." And he points directly at you.
That was the worst move of your life, kid.
Yes, because you are friends with my employer, and you know that I didn't do this, and so does he. So I demand a trial. The town crier is looking around. He kind of stops, the satrap, you can tell, is off to the side. He and his wife are inside a very lavishly furnished silken litter, being held up by 12 slaves. He kind of casts aside the silk curtains at the front and says, "You stole my wife's pearl necklace. There will be no trial." And then you see a small man at the front of the litter kind of like pull gently on his robe and just say, you should probably let him have the trial. It'd be better that way. So, and then he mutters for a second and then says, "Fine, trial tomorrow at dawn, at the Dawntide Bell. The trial will be tomorrow. We will put this to rest, and then the hanging will commence." There's a general sense of groaning and dismay from the crowd. I thought they were going to get something exciting this morning, but it does quickly disperse, and the headsman takes Darrell back towards the satrap's manor where the prison is.
Very well.
After a few minutes, the satrap's litter comes walking by, and he says, You will be there in the morning. The defense is yours, as he has selected you. It is a time-honored tradition in Xambaala. Don't disappoint.
Very well. I will make sure that the little tramp gets a good trial.
Good.
And hopefully a swift execution. I'm sorry. Did I say that?
Oh, and when you do go back to your friends in the outer city, let them know that the bounty on their head has been rescinded. Aramis de Thok has mentioned that he knows for sure that it was not you all that laid waste to his slaves and his employees, but it was in fact the Grotto of Rel. So they are free to enter.
Very well. Can I have that in writing, please?
Of course. He makes a quick missive and puts his seal on it and hands it to you.
I do appreciate it, and we'll have to consult with them and see what the circumstances were regarding the little waif. But he's very good at carrying things.
Oh yes, yeah, he is. He's quite adept at thieving too.
Well,
normally for such a crime, we would do something simple like cut off his hands. Yeah, you understand. Yeah,
no, sure, absolutely. The law is the law.
The law is the law. It is the law. That's very right. It's very important. Without the law, there would be chaos.
Indeed. I love the chaos at night, by the way. It's awesome.
What chaos at night?
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
So, but yes, please go tell your friends. They're free to enter the city.
Absolutely. Do I have a list of provisions that was given to me by the rest of the group?
Yeah,
I think I heard
rope rations and other goodies.
Yes, I needed rations.
Rations and rope.
All right. So I go and try to procure some of those.
Okay. I'm of the opinion that shopping episodes are lame. You do so.
Very well.
But I'm just kidding. I have a goofy voice and a page backstory I wanted to get involved.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I don't want to hear it.
Hey, Mr. Rope, my name's Valkus, and I'm here to buy some rope.
So I grab the rations and the rope, put them in my pack, and along with the note, and I said, well, he's in the Lotus Den. We won't be seeing him for a while, and I proceed to travel down back towards the. What time is the day? Is it morning?
It's still midday. Morning, like not even lunchtime yet.
Yeah. Okay. And I go and proceed back towards the gate and exit out. And where's my horse? I take my horse. Didn't we have a horse?
You had two horses. One is Mike's. I'm not sure what you guys did with the second horse. Yeah. Did you take?
Did he? I took.
Or does Mike have both?
No, we rode horses up into town, didn't we?
Mm-mm.
I don't think so. I think he walked in.
No.
We rode.
Bozeman rode a horse up to outside town, and the other horse, I think, was just tagging along.
So I proceed back out and start searching around for my the rest of my companions.
Okay. Go ahead and let's see real quick while you're heading out. All right. You find them after about an hour at the agreed upon rendezvous point. You all, Ragan, Vulcus, Marek, Bozeman. You see Darlagdak come at you. Bercy is not with him. He's been gone for about 3 hours at this point.
Yeah. I do apologize. He last was seen entering a Lotus Den, so we may not be seeing him for a few days. In the meantime, would you believe who I did spot? None other than our friend, the one who left his companion with slit heels. Very ingenious of him. Oh, yes. And by the way, it appears the bounty has been lifted. So it is safe for you to return. Here's the provisions you asked for in the meantime.
How did you find this out?
Well, and I pull out my note. I have it in writing. And I show the wrote with the seal and all that.
Okay. Yeah, he produces a missive with the satrap seal on it, and it says basically exactly what Darlagdak said, that the bounty's been rescinded and that Aramis Thak has recanted his initial statement and now knows for certain, beyond a doubt, that the thieves of the Grotto of Rel were responsible for the attack on his manor, on his caravanserai.
If no one has any objections, I'm going to take the rope that Darlagdak brought. Since I think everybody else has rope, mine's gone.
Sure.
So I'm going to grab that. I'll take some of the rations.
And how much coin did I need to spend for them?
I hand you 50
About
silver for the rations, the iron rations I requested. So that's about whatever it is, like a week's worth.
Right.
But that's what it would have cost me. So, and I say thank you.
Yes, thank you, Darlagdak. Good work.
I'll have to owe you. I have no money.
I'll pay you as well.
I seriously, I've got like, I'll show you my character sheet here.
I believe you.
I got like 6 copper and 10 silver.
You could be in debt to me.
I
like
throw another 5 gold at you, Darlagdak, and I look at Vulcus and I say, the last thing you want is to be indebted to a wizard.
Not sure I want to be indebted to you either, but thank you.
I give a slight smile at that.
I just kind of laugh and chuckle.
This is Mr. Shocking Grass.
Spoiling my plans, eh?
I have a question.
Sure.
Looking around the building that we settled in, does this thing look like it would be safe or secure after dark if we had to shutter it up and spike some doors to protect ourselves from?
Yeah, I imagine you would have picked a rather decent looking one for this particular defensible building. Yeah.
Yeah, because I got to tell you, I'm not crazy about going into another inn or tavern in town and knowing who we can trust and where we stay. That didn't work out real well last time.
Yeah. What time is it now?
It's right about noon, about midday.
I have an idea.
Can't check in till 3 anyway.
You can check out anytime you like.
I don't know. It might be 4.
But you can't check in till 3. Oh, wait,
what's your idea, Vulcus? Vulcus, what's your idea?
Let's rent a place. You can rent a place for a month.
Yeah, it stands to reason. There's buildings in town you could rent. The ones in kind of the squalid slums would be cheaper and probably, harder to defend at night. There might be a chance that you could find something in the more well-to-do portion of town, but it would be much more expensive.
I'm bringing up a map of the city here. So we're near the satrap's mansion and barracks at this point, right?
Correct. Just on the eastern side of that wall.
Right. Okay. And then Saturn's luck is there.
Kyle, you can share that on the screen if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, if you want me to, sure. There.
There we go. Thank you.
Beautiful. Yeah. So you guys are kind of east of the satrap's mansion, off, near the edge of the map.
So we're kind of off over in here.
Yeah, over there somewhere. And the northeastern portion of the city is kind of the more well-to-do, affluent area, area, and then the western side towards the docks, everything kind of like it's, as you can see, it's kind of divided right down the middle. Yeah, that's all the slums. So
I want to find a place for rent somewhere over here on the west side of the Temple of Helios.
Okay, I think you could probably do that.
How much would that be? Let's just rent it for, I don't know, a month. So we've got a headquarters.
Okay. If you rent it for a month, there is one rather down on her luck peasant woman. She's an Ixian, not an Eskimo Ixian, but an Ixian woman, and she offers you the upstairs, which has 3 bedrooms. By bedroom, she means there's one room with 3 dividers in it, for a mere 30 gold pieces for the month.
So
would you take 25?
She looks at you and says, "How about 40?
20. Yeah, it is then.
50?
17.
Off the market."
We could look for something else.
So if you look for something else, let's go ahead and have Cam. Go ahead and roll me 2d6.
Come on, Cam.
All right.
You could do it.
Come on. Valkus needs a new pad.
8.
8, pretty good. You find another woman who's willing to, rent out her basement area for a mere 35 gold pieces a month.
How defensible is the space, and security is probably our first concern, and safety at night.
Pretty much everything in the kind of the old city, in the slummy part of the city, some of them might be blessed with working locks on their doors, but most folks are like barricading doors and windows at night.
Okay.
Is there like a cellar door? Is there more than one way in and out?
There's one way in. It is a cellar door actually outside of her main living area.
Okay.
That could be useful.
You could come and go as you please.
I'm sure we could reinforce it too.
Yeah, some way we can bar it at night.
What about windows? Are there any windows right above ground level that might allow any sort of nasties?
It's a cellar, so there's no windows because it's underground.
I think it'll do.
That would be what a cellar is. So
a little bit bigger than the other area, the other upstairs.
Yeah, it's about the size of the main floor of her house, maybe 20 feet by 15 feet. It's not overly large, but you could basically, spread out some sleep rolls and everything, and bed rolls, and be able to sleep there for, it wouldn't be overly comfortable, and the floor is dank and dirty and musty and dusty and gross, but it's serviceable. It's no penthouse suite in the caravanserai, but it's
probably good.
Yeah. So you could probably get rid of the map now, Mike, too.
I just need a place to store things, and although it looks like I will have to forego my regular evening fun, because apparently our friend is your liege, if you will. I'm looking right at you, Matt. Is in a bit of trouble. He's got a trial in the morning. Apparently his thieving, I don't know. We'll have to go consult with him and find out.
So if everybody coughs up 6 gold pieces, we can have this place basically. There'll be 1 left over. I actually have 5. I kind of lied to you earlier, Jeff.
That's okay. I figured you did.
I've got, but I do have 5 gold. But that's literally
But look
all
at
I've
my
got.
character sheet.
I'll give you 5, and I'll overgone 1 more.
Not being indebted to a sorcerer. Good man. I turn you into a newt.
A frozen newt.
First, I'll grumble about the importance of negotiation in any contract as I look at Arik forking over my 6 gold pieces for a basement.
I didn't agree to
apartment.
anything. I just told you about this. This is the deal. If you want to negotiate or find a different place, that's fine with me.
And then I will. He's been caught stealing, a thief caught stealing, and now up for trial.
Chains addiction.
Yeah, indeed.
Mm.
Was
Sorry.
it?
Got caught stealing. Sorry.
Good song.
You just walked right
Cool
through the
video. Yeah. But now I lost my train of thought.
He
Okay.
wants you to testify, by the way. I find that hilarious.
Very well. And
He is in your employ.
well, that is true. He named me, huh? Okay.
Yes.
So if we this place, I'm going to use my secondary skill as a carpenter to kind of do something
Shore
on
up
the
the
inside
place.
where we can barricade that door.
Okay.
Put some, even if it's just sliding a damn board in place or something, so that we can lock it from the inside securely. Maybe reinforce some of the existing structure there or something like that. I'll spend some time on that.
Okay.
I asked. So he's asking me to testify. Who's representing him?
Oh, you'll find this hilarious.
I'm sure I will, Darladek.
Me.
They might as well sign his death warrant now.
Well, the law is the law. But clearly I'm going to have to go and study the law.
No, you don't have to.
I'll give you notes.
I meant the law of Xambaala.
Yeah, I know. I'm licensed in New York, not Xambaala.
Do we want to try to save this boy?
He has his usefulness.
Well, he has a connection to Rel, which could be quite useful.
Mm-hmm.
But
I agree.
Is it worth putting our necks on the line again when we've just been absolved from guilt?
Well,
That's the real question for me. I'm not sure it is.
well, I think if at least I don't go, it's going to rouse some suspicion. So I think it'd be a wise thing to do. Besides,
Well, you're not going. I'll go with you. After all, I owe you money.
those, yeah, I might need a bodyguard. Besides, those boys have been they were useful, and I don't think it'd be a good idea to build a reputation of abandoning those
hirelings.
Yeah. So
Did I tell you about the wounds on his friend's body?
Yeah, he was hamstringed.
oh yeah,
Well, that was smart of him.
I didn't say. I'm not saying he was like a noble person, kid. I mean, he works for me.
We're assuming it was him.
You don't have to be faster than the creature chasing you.
Somebody else.
You just
could
have to be
hamstringed
faster than the other guy.
him.
I think we had a discussion of who we could trust last night, and this is not a strong indication of trustworthiness.
Well,
Law of nature. I could see a
The
young
kid-
waif like that.
the kid's a thief, yes, and he had the necklace, but he could have been set up. It could have been Rel trying to get in good with the satrap's wife by returning her property, and then putting the kids, hanging them out as the scapegoats. Lee Harvey Oswald kind of shit.
I'm not talking about the charge. I don't care too much about that. I'm talking about his betrayal of his apparent betrayal of his friend.
We don't know that he did.
We don't know that that's the case.
Someone cut his.
It's true.
Yeah. True, but it may not have been Darrell.
And
maybe
It'd be nice to ask him.
And even if it was him, again, I'm kind of caught in a bind. I have no choice.
Yeah. I'll go with you.
Well, I think the first thing that we need to do is go and check and study the laws of Xambaala.
I think the first thing you need to do is go study the laws.
Well, what about this question of the note that we received for this meeting? Are we going to act on that, or?
Well, that's the big question, right? At the time that we received that note, I thought that was our only way back into the city. Now we're in the city and we're not wanted men anymore. Do we even need to do that?
And this note is from the leader of the Thieves Guild.
It's from Rejoiden.
Rejoiden, yes.
Perhaps it might be worthwhile for you guys to investigate that connection.
Yeah.
If we have a meeting with Rejoiden, I'm not walking into the Wolf's Den. We're not going to the Grotto of Rel. They're going to have to meet us somewhere, at least on apparently super. I mean, they probably control significant portions of the city, but we don't want to make it easy on them in case it is a trap.
Yeah, I agree with that. Number one, but number two, in light of the fact that we've been absolved and Rejoiden and his crew are being implicated, something tells me we are becoming pawns in some sort of game that's being played by the powers that be here. He might actually still be a potential ally. He might need us, and we should leverage that.
So while you guys are having this conversation,
we could also have a potential ally with arms.
Why not both?
The Moorish woman named Sakura, Sekkura, whose cellar you are standing in, is tapping her foot and saying, "So, are you renting the place, or?"
Oh,
somebody
Sakura,
give her money.
I forgot you was there. You may go now. I throw her the money.
I have a question for Shakura about stabling our horses.
Shakira.
Shakira. She's like,
Shaker. I think she's on the soccer game right now.
Yeah.
Is there suitable accommodations for our mounts?
For that, you would have to stable over by the town gate. That's not something that is common here in the slums on account of horses are expensive. You barbaric lout.
They probably are food.
No, we don't eat horse. So she takes her money and she leaves and says,
a French joke in there someplace.
Do be sure to lock up when you leave, please. I don't want any unruly types getting into my cellar. And no stealing my wine. It's all turned to vinegar by now, but I've counted the bottles.
Okay, fair enough.
So who's got to go what directions this afternoon before dark in the few hours we have left? 5, 6, whatever, 4 or 5 hours.
What time? Yeah, what time is sunset?
The eventide bell rings at curfew. It's like around 8. I'm sorry, it's at it's around 8 p.m.
In the summer hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked Eric if he'll take Seattle Slough with me and Seabiscuit, and we'll take the 2 horses and find a suitable stable.
Sure.
Somewhere where we can leave the horses and we'll hoof it on foot back to the Airbnb here.
Okay.
Dan, just to be, I'm going to kind of keep my cloak up and everything. I still don't want to be seen necessarily, in case someone hasn't gotten any news, and tries to take us out or anything. I don't, I'm going to maintain low profile, is what I'm saying.
Understood.
As low a profile as you can keep, walking with a cataphract with an aventail over his face and exotic armor walking down the street.
Okay.
You may want to walk on the opposite side of the street.
It's new armor. You have new armor from what you had when you were last seen here, though, right?
Yeah, but I wouldn't have taken it unless it was, something aesthetic.
Once my work's done on securing the place as much as I can with the equipment and tools that I have, I'm going to go out into the bazaar. I'm going to find somebody that's selling like fruit. I'm going to buy like an apple, and I'm just going to sit within I want good line of sight visibility on the Temple of Helios, and I'm just going to sit and slowly eat my apple. I'm going to sit there for a while. I'm just going to watch it.
Okay. And what is Ragan going to do for the afternoon?
Oh, well, let's see. I have a dank, smelly basement apartment, like I'm a college student at Geneseo, New York. I'm having flashbacks. And then I
thought that was a beer.
discussed. Oh yeah, well, that's what it smelled like: stale beer and cigarettes.
Tennessee.
I then, in disgust, I'll actually go with. I'll go to the bazaar as well. I'll go with Volcus.
Okay.
I'm not interested in staring at the Temple of Helios. I'm actually just kind of brooding, thinking about my next steps. But I need to be somewhere away from that disgusting hovel that I'm forced to live in for the time being.
Poor bastard. And Darlick, what are you doing for the afternoon?
You were sleeping in the fucking desert outside Oasis. Come on.
Yeah. But somehow this is worse.
Enough with the
I'm-
angsty teen bullshit.
I am going to I'm going to make my way over. What would be the best place for the law?
Probably the astrologer's tower.
That's what I was thinking, actually.
How
So
convenient.
Camp.
I head over to my friends at the astrologer's
Correct me.
tower.
Okay. All right. So first and foremost, Bozeman, go ahead and give me a D6 roll, please. Cam, you as well.
6.
1.
Cam, my ranger friend,
Nah,
as
got
you
herpes.
are walking through the streets of Xambaala, headed towards the eastern gate where the stables are, you catch a fleeting glimpse through like the corner of your eye of a man that was not wanting to be seen, but he was staring at you two intently, and he kind of like disappeared around the corner of a building into an alley. What do you do?
We're walking the horses right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say just quietly to someone was watching us and I'll kind of nod my head in that direction.
Are they on a roof? Are they in a window? Are they on the street?
In the alley.
What are they wearing? What are they? Is it one guy?
Yep. It was one guy who was wearing leather armor, and he had a long sword at his waist and a short bow strapped over his back.
I can go check it out.
Why don't we around the next building, you take a left or a right and go off and circle around the block and come back
Sounds good.
behind me and see if you can come up behind him.
Okay.
So I continue on with the 2 horses, and I'm leading them on foot, Dan.
Okay. You're leading both the horses on foot.
Yes.
You're going through like down a few more blocks. Assuming Ark is kind of circled around as mentioned and is like, following how far behind?
How far behind the other guy you're saying?
How far behind Bozeman are you walking?
Well, maybe something like 100 feet. If I don't know if I can manage that and stay kind of in cover of some sort.
Yeah, I mean, there's some activity on the street. There's other commoners and everything about. But as Bozeman walks past you, and you've looped your way around, you actually do see this figure. He's got a cloak on, studded leather armor, kind of emerge from the alley. He kind of looks left and right on the street, and then he starts following Bozeman again. And you see him draw a dagger.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna run up there, and if he gets near Bozeman, I'm gonna yell out. Meaning, before he gets to his back with the dagger.
Okay. So you start closing distance. Go ahead and roll me a d6 for initiative. I rolled a 5.
I got
Okay.
5 also.
Roll again. I rolled a 6.
6.
Oh my goodness. All right.
2.
1.
All right.
Your turn.
All right. So how far can I close? Or what's the distance between me and him and Bozeman?
He's about 20 feet behind Bozeman. You're about 80 feet behind him.
Okay. I'm gonna just bolt out running, and then I'm gonna yell for Bozeman because he's too close. So.
Okay. Bozeman, do you hear Arik call out your name? And right as you turn towards him, he's not going to get a plus to this roll. What's your AC? Like a billion because you're a cataphract?
2.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, he hit you. 4. 2 damage, and please make me a death poison saving throw.
Oh no.
Which is what in this? What die?
It's a D20.
D20.
You get a
What
plus.
what
You get a
level
plus-
are you?
You get a +2 to it. I think he's level 3.
I'm
So,
level 3 and I rolled a 9.
all right,
So that's a 15.
you failed. As the dagger sinks into your flesh, you take 2 points of damage, and you start feeling very, very drowsy all of a sudden, and then fall asleep. Arik, it is time for initiative. You versus this mysterious masked dagger wielding maniac.
2.
All right.
2.
It's a 5. It's in there somewhere. There it is down the corner. So he goes and he whips towards you, and he pulls out another dagger. This one's got that green dripping substance on it again, and he is going to whip it at you. And what's your AC?
2.
All right. That's totally a miss. The dagger was sailing wide. There's like this green fluid like whipping off of it as it sails through the air. It embeds in like the side of some building on the to your right. Your turn.
About how far are we between each other now?
At this point, he's about 20 feet towards you because you would have taken like a dash action.
I'm going to draw and fire.
Okay. Go ahead and draw and fire.
Okay. That's AC 0. Oh, I'm sorry. AC -2.
Okay, you hit.
Okay. It was a 17. I was natural 17. Okay.
Right.
That is a 6 damage.
Okay, the arrow sinks into his shoulder and he just kind of grimaces and growls in pain. Do you have 1 attack or 2 this round?
If it's a regular round, I would have 2. I'm sorry, that's 7 damage because I'm in point blank here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
If it's a regular round, I would have a second shot.
All right, go ahead.
That is...
His AC's 5, so...
Okay, I hit a 6 on it. I'm sorry. It's 11, 12, 13... where am I at? That's a 4.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. That's a 8 damage.
All right. Second arrow sails into his abdomen, and he just kind of like grimaces and like utters a curse and then falls dead.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna run up, kind of glancing at him to make sure he's down, and then try and help Bozeman.
He is definitely down. Bozeman just passed out, snoring very loudly, very peacefully. You're pretty sure he needs some sort of ancient Atlantean CPAP machine.
Okay. I mean, are people on the street doing things?
The few people that were on this street by you right now have kind of scattered once they saw the combat break out and the yell. There's a few that are a little bit braver than others that are kind of like, hiding behind barrels or casks, wicker baskets, and kind of glancing on. But for the most part, the general folk on the street have dispersed.
Okay.
When you look at the face of the man, now that you're closer, you realize it is Tartok, the thief that you recruited at Saturn's Luck and brought with you to the mausoleum that disappeared.
Okay. Interesting. Can I awaken Bozeman, or is he out for chemically?
He is out chemically. So you can basically throw him over a horse. Would be the most effective way to kind of carry his armored body.
Yeah, I will. I'm trying to keep an eye out here. I'll sling my bow and I'll have my dagger at the ready, on my belt. But I'll try and get him up while looking around here.
Understood.
And once I get him up on the horse, I'll quickly search this guy.
Okay. He has 1 more dagger and a bandolier underneath his cloak. He has a regular longsword, a regular looking short bow, and a quiver of arrows.
Okay, I will. I'll take the bandolier, and the arrows off him.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna get out of here. I'm not gonna mess around with this guy. I'm just gonna leave him there.
All right. You just leave him there rotting in the street. Well done. And where are you going with Bozeman on the horse? Are you heading to drop off the horses, or where are you going?
I think I have to go back to go back because I can't carry him. So I'm going to go back to the cellar.
Okay. So you're going to carry him. You're going towards the stables. Is that correct?
No. Back towards our place.
Okay. So you're going back towards the rented house. All right. Yep. So cutting over to Vulcus, who is over in the bazaar. You grab your apple. You're observing the Temple of Helios. You've got a pretty good vantage point. It's right at the base of the southern face of the bazaar. There is, a rather bald, toothless-looking beggar man that comes to you and is like looking for money, and is like, "Oh, is there a coin?" And then he looks at you and realizes you're poor too, and then he kind of stumbles on. But the Temple of Helios has some folks that are going in and out of it. A couple acolytes. You do actually see the rather portly and rotund high priest Pyrois in his mask come out. He walks towards the Satrap's Manor, and then probably about 2 hours later, he comes back.
Do I recognize anybody that I think may have been the guy that murdered my wife?
No, nothing major. As the afternoon goes on and the Eventide Bell grows closer, though, you do see a very interesting looking figure. He's kind of shrouded in a cloak, heavy woolen cloak, and this guy has to be at least 8 feet tall. He is a massive man, and at one point his arms kind of slip through the cloak, and they're just like ripped and corded muscles that are incredibly strong. And when he approaches the gate to the Temple of Helios, the front door, normally the acolytes are, greeting people and maybe asking for a tithe or a donation. When this imposing, gigantic figure appears, they just kind of like look terrified and open the door and like avert their gaze.
Okay.
So
I'll continue. I don't know where Aric's path will take him, if it'll take him by us or not, but
you would see him coming back. Yeah.
Okay. Once I see him, and obviously Bozeman's draped over the horse, I'm going to get up and not super quickly as to draw attention, but I'm going to somewhat purposefully walk over there to Aric. And once I get close, I'm like, what happened?
Aric?
Cam, you're muted.
Sorry, I was muted. I'll say we were ambushed, and the thief, it was a thief that had joined us on our excursion to the tomb earlier when we first had arrived in town.
All right, let's get him inside, and I'm gonna help Aric take him over to our new base of operations, and let's get Bozeman inside. I don't know what we're gonna do about the horses yet. I haven't figured that out, but we'll figure it out.
Okay. And Ragan, what are you doing in the bazaar for the afternoon?
Well, I probably would have seen if I can pick up like something to drink, and then just kind of for a few minutes just sort of contemplate my current fate, and then I think I'm going to try to find Darrell where he's being kept to see if I can talk with him.
Okay. Darrell would be kept near the Satrap's Manor at the Forum. That's where the trial takes place. There's also a jail on site that you would know. But as you are passing through the bazaar, you see a very aged-looking old man with a long, scraggly beard, a common man, that is crying out to any that'll listen. Yes, come here. Come see the magic golden wine that heals all wounds.
I like magic stuff.
You also like penthouses, so just be careful.
Yeah,
the golden Fine, a mere 100 gold heals any wound that ails you. You there, and he points to you. Surely a man such as yourself has gold coin to share.
Not for that. And I'm just going to keep going.
Well, if you change your mind, it comes from deep within the Red Desert, I hear, and it's quite potent. It heals anything that ails you, lycanthropy, poison, even death.
Even death.
I'm gonna heals. Yeah, I'll. It comes from deep within the desert.
Not this desert, the Red Desert, far to the northwest.
And how did you come about this, old man?
I won it in a game of chance, and it can be yours for 100 gold coins.
And who was the unlucky soul to have lost the game of chance against you, old man?
I don't know, but my dagger found his back all the same.
Okay.
Well, if you change your mind, I'll be right here until it sells. Then I'm leaving this godforsaken hellhole and its twisted evenings filled with cannibals and screams.
Yeah. 100 gold pieces. That's a little steep. I'm gonna thank him for the diversion and tell him he lifted my spirits, but I'm gonna keep going.
Oh, I lifted your spirits. Well, I'm lifting this golden wine spirit.
I frankly don't believe him. I'm not going to hand over 100 gold to find
You don't believe me, do you?
Once bitten, twice shy.
Watch.
You should totally believe him. Give him 100.
He pulls
Yeah.
out the dagger, proceeds to disembowel himself. His intestines spill out, and he's like holding them in his hand. He's just laughing maniacally and starts drinking this golden wine. And sure enough, the wound stitches closed.
Yeah.
It does indeed heal anything that ails you.
And I go, well, I've been proven wrong, and I think you just lost 100 gold. And I'm going to keep going because I'm not going to buy used wine.
I have more.
You have more. How much did this guy that you won this off of actually have?
4 casks. Or not casks, flagons. Well, 3 now, but it's worth it. It costs me nothing, and I can sell it for 100 gold.
100 for all 3?
100 apiece. What do you think I am? Some sort of idiot?
You got it.
You just disemboweled yourself.
Yeah.
I must prove my wares work.
I'm going to tell him that another time. I don't have 100 gold to spend on.
Oh, you're missing out. I'm sure someone here will buy it, but your loss. Enjoy your afternoon. He goes back to hawking.
I'll mention it to the guys later. The rest of maybe if we want to buy one, maybe pool our money or something. But I'm trying to save up for some new armor, man. But anyway, yeah, no, I'm gonna keep heading towards the what'd you say, the forum?
Yep.
The prisons there.
Okay, you head to the forum. They let you in. The forum's a public building. There's a great hall with like a raised dais where clearly during some court proceedings, someone stands there, probably makes some big proclamations. There's a basically like stadium seating off on the western end where there's possibly a jury or some sort of people presiding over the trial. And then on the eastern side of the building, as you walk in, is a entrance to what you can assume are the jail cells. There's one lieutenant of the guard that is sitting there looking rather bored at the front desk, if you will.
I'll just start walking towards the jail cells.
Just ignoring the guard. So you walk past him. He's just kind of looking at there. He says, well, it's the only door out, so if you spring someone, I'll know. And he just ignores you as you walk past. But you enter. You see in the second cell, the first cell's got some degenerate drunk in it. Third cell's empty. Second one's got Darrell. And he's sitting there, and he's just kind of, playing with like a dead rat that he found, just kicking it around his cell. Playing ratty sack. After a few moments, he notices you. Ah, Ragan! Nice of you to come see me. You're going to testify tomorrow, right?
That's interesting.
Oh, that's 2 bats.
Yeah,
Oh my God, that's too
It's
many.
like the Star Trek episode with Captain Kirk. One of them is evil.
So what was the last thing you heard, Matt?
Pretty sure they're both evil.
You asked if I
How
was
do we
going
know
to-
you're the real Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one's the real bat?
No, they're both evil.
Yeah. I heard, are you going to ignore him? And that was it.
Well, since you ignored me, I assumed you did. And he said, there's only one way out, so if you break him out, I'll know. And then he just kind of ushered you in.
Okay.
You enter the prison area. There's 3 cells. One is has a degenerate drunk man in it, ranting to himself, just covered in piss. The third one on the far right is empty, and in the middle is Darrell, who's playing Ratty Sack with a dead rat. And after a while, he notices you and says, "Oh, Rakan, you're coming back tomorrow for my defense, right?"
Yeah. Can you just tell me
Yes!
everything that happened? Because you may be in for. I'm not comfortable. I'm not sure you want Darladek representing you on this, but just tell me what happened.
Well, I came into town and then I got arrested because I fenced that pearl necklace, and the person I fenced it to ratted me out.
Okay. And who was the person you fenced this to?
Oh, just one of the. I thought he was a guild fence. He told me he was a guild fence, but I think he maybe wasn't a guild fence. It was an Ixian man named Aspakos, Aspakos.
Can you Aspakos?
Yes.
Okay. And where did you find Aspakos?
Well, he had a stall in the market. And it says buys and sells anything.
Okay, stall in the market. And you think he ratted you out?
Well, he's the only other one that knew I had it, other than Rajoyden, and Rajoyden wouldn't rat me out. He just told me to get rid of it, and he never wanted to see it again.
Okay. Next time you should have brought it. You should have brought it to me. I could have been. So if anything like this
Are you
happens,
going to pay me for it?
Of course.
We're going to pay me well for it?
Maybe.
He gave me 2,000 gold pieces.
And you're still playing with a dead rat.
Well, I spent it.
On what?
Guild dues, Lotus Den, whorehouse.
I kind of nod. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I approve.
In that order. It didn't even last 8 hours, man. I've never had that much money.
Well, we'll have to talk about wise investments. Baby steps. Okay, so Aspakos, stall in the market. When you were fencing this, did you tell him anything in particular?
I told him that I came into this necklace and that I wanted to sell it so I could take care of my sick mother.
And you don't have a sick mother, do you?
No. I was playing the pity card.
Gotcha. No, I got it. All right. Well, I'm gonna do my best to test the. Okay. Well, actually, did you say anything about me or the guys I've been the men I've been traveling with?
No. What would I say about you?
I give them a stern look. You're not lying to me, are you?
No, you pay me. Why would I lie to you?
I nod, approving. Good man. I'm going to do my best to get you the hell out of here.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Rajoyden would too.
Okay. That being said, well,
did you get my message?
Yes, we did, and we're going to be dealing with that shortly.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad Laurie was able to deliver it to you. It was the only way I knew to get you the message. What?
I want to ask, but I'm not going to.
Ask.
So what happened to Laurie anyway?
Well, I said, here, hold on to this for a second. And then as I gave him the note, I heard a roar, and there were 2 lions. And he looked at me and panicked, and I looked at him, and I didn't panic. And Well, he had the message, so he had to stay there. So I ran, and for some reason, the lions caught up to him really fast. I don't understand why.
Gotcha. All right. I'm not going to say anymore. All right. So, depending on what I find out talking to Espacos, I might have to talk with you again. But from now until I speak with you again, you say nothing about this. You don't open your mouth. If they start hurting you, you just take it. All right. Yes. Okay. I will do my best to get you out of this, and then I'm just gonna shake my head. I'm just gonna shake my head, and I'm gonna leave. You can speak. What?
I was saying thank you very much, and I hope to get out of here soon. And well, I know some good Lotus dens where there's some fine ladies. Just FYI, they're expensive though.
Well,
near the docks.
Okay, I will bid him a good evening, good rest of the day, and like I said, and assure him I'll be back. I'll nod to the lieutenant on my way out, and I'll just start heading back to what I'm going to call affectionately the hole.
The hole. I love it. Fun fact, that was the name of the whorehouse he went to. All right, so you guys all have gotten back to the hole. It's about an hour till eventide. What do you do?
So is there any way, I mean, I don't know how big this cellar is, how tall it is. Is there any way to get Bozeman's horse down into the cellar?
Not into the cellar. You could potentially get it into the house above, though.
And what was her name? It was
Shakira.
Sakura.
No,
Sekkura.
I'm going to go quietly knock at her door.
But there are two horses we need to put in there.
Well, we can spare one horse. I'm worried about Bozeman's horse.
Okay.
Because the dude's a badass on that horse with the lance. He saved our ass more than once, and I'd like to at least save Seabiscuit.
All right. So she answers the door, and she sees you, and she sees you holding to the reins of this horse, and says, "What in the world?"
Lady, please. Our friend has been attacked by one of the miscreants in the city. He is under the influence of poison right now. This is his steed. We do not have time nor the coin to take the steed to the stables. Is there any way you could help us at all to get this horse inside and protect it from the beastmen who roam at night?
Roll 2d6.
Oh, God, where'd my dice roller go? There it is. That's an 8, and my charisma is a 13, so that's a +1, so that's a 9.
Okay. She sits there. She's thinking for a minute and says, "Well, I noticed you holding 2 reins. What are you going to do with the other one?"
We want to protect our friend's horse. This is his mount. We would like to do something with the other horse if you would allow it, but if not, if you can just help us save the one, that would be enough.
She sighs heavily and says, "I will do this for you under one condition and one condition only."
What's that?
"I will take both horses. I shall stay in the basement. None of you or your cretinous friends will touch me. If the smell of the horses draws the anthropophagi into my building, their lives are forfeit. But if they survive the night, I get the riding horse. Not the war horse, that's Bozeman's, the second horse. That would be a great help to me in my old age, moving items and goods around town back and forth to market."
Do I have anybody else with me?
It's just you at the moment. The rest of them are downstairs.
I have to consult with my friends before I can make that deal.
All right. Well,
I'm going to go. Obviously, I can't ask Bozeman, Cam, Darladek, anybody else here. What do you think? Is that a deal we make?
Darlick is at the astrologer's tower researching law.
Yeah, and Ragon's probably still going too. So I'm basically asking
Ragon's back. Cam's there.
Oh, actually, I was going to actually change my mind and actually beeline it to the Apicos guy.
Oh, okay.
So no.
All right. So it's you and Cam, and Bozeman is asleep.
Well,
What do you think, Ark?
Our options seem pretty limited.
I think we have
Horses are
to
valuable,
take
but
I think we have to take it, right?
yeah. Well, Dan, how long does it take to get to how long would it take for me to ride to the stable and run back? Is it within an hour, or is that too long?
Riding to the stable and securing a place for the horse would take about an hour, and that's assuming there's a place for it.
Okay, so yeah, we got to take the deal.
As it gets closer to eventide, the stables obviously fill up pretty quickly.
Yeah, I agree. Right. Okay, so I'll go back and I say those terms are acceptable. We'll take that deal. Thank you.
All right. She nods. She brings the horses in. She tries to make it so they don't eat any of her food. But after a few moments, she kind of turns and looks, sees they're eating what little food she has, and says, "One other thing, you and your friends clean up in the morning." And then she proceeds down into the cellar.
Well, if she's going to the cellar, then can we stay in the house with the horses?
If you want to.
Yeah, I mean, if we're trying to protect the horses, I might as well try to do that.
Okay. All right. So, are you gonna stay up top, Valkus, or are you gonna stay?
Well, I'm thinking because Bozeman's down in the cellar. Do we want to bring him up with us, Ark?
Yeah, we should get him.
Okay, let's bring him up with us, and I'll post up with you, and we'll do our best to secure ourselves from the night.
Yeah, I mean, she survives in here every night, presumably. So, or unless she goes in the cellar at night, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot. We'll do that.
Okay. Matt, you are going through the market, and near the end of the day, you do find the aforementioned Ixian, Aspicos, cleaning up his stall for the evening, and says, I'm closed for the day and must get back and all, but I do believe that you can come back on the morrow should you survive the night.
I'm not here for wares or whatever you have to sell. I'm actually here for information. Some time ago, you picked up a necklace from a youth.
Mm-hmm.
You spent you paid 2,000 gold pieces for it. Yes,
indeed.
And what did you do with that necklace?
Oh, why I returned it to the satrap's wife, of course, because it's clearly hers, thinking that I would get much more in trade. But unfortunately, it was just taken from me, and I was cast out of the satrap's manor by the guard.
And I take it when asked how you came about this pearl necklace, you fingered this child?
Well, I wasn't going to let them kill me.
Ah, very good. Very well. So they threatened you as well. Interesting. Have you been summoned to the forum tomorrow?
Yes, to testify.
Okay, very good. Well, I'm actually going to be testifying as well, and I'm going to need to speak with you about this child's future and how to essentially avoid a death sentence. Maybe something more lenient, like slavery or something. And perhaps we can work together before. It's because this child made a simple error in judgment. I don't think death is worth the I just don't think it's worth it or equals the crime. And I just kind of look at him. Can we work something out? It's getting late, but maybe we can meet before the trial.
Well, by my count, I'm down 2,000 gold pieces at the moment. So
meet me tomorrow morning, right before trial. I might be able to help you out.
All right, I will take your word for it, stranger. And what do I call you?
Oh, I tell him, I give him my name. Okay. I tell him I'm Ragan Opahar. I'm a mercenary here in town.
You better pay up. Otherwise, my story might change and be more flavorful.
Very well.
All right. Are you heading back to the hole?
Yeah. Yes. No. Actually, I'm going to start heading back that way, but then I'm going to dip into a alleyway just down the way from this guy.
Okay.
And just kind of keep an eye out for him and
Yeah.
see what he does, and then I'm going to follow him.
He spends about 15 more minutes closing up his shop and putting things onto his cart, and then he starts heading towards the east. Now, this is a rather disheveled-looking man that you would expect him to be in the slums, but he's heading into the Manor district of town. And in fact, his building that he goes into is right next to the Satrap's Manor. And as he goes by, he's waving to the guards, and they're waving to him. And as he's approaching, he passes the manor. You notice, roll me a d6.
5.
5. So you're passing by and really intently focused on him. And then you all of a sudden feel these like iron grip on your shoulders of these massive hands. They're just holding you fast and firm.
Oh, damn it. I'll turn and look at who's looking at me, grabbing me.
You turn and you see this cloaked figure. He's standing about 8'4".
Damn.
Yeah, massive man, not a Hyperborean. So you guys would generally, like when you saw someone that tall, you would generally think, oh, it's like a Hyperborean. They're very tall, they're very pale, they're very almost gaunt and skinny. But this is a massive brick shithouse of a man. You think he's probably got some Moorish blood in him, maybe something else, but definitely not Hyperborean. Skin is way, way too dark. And he's just got these like corded muscles that are starting to squeeze your shoulders. And you feel like if this doesn't stop soon, your shoulders are going to pop out of the sockets.
Okay, so so he's still holding on to me. Like,
yeah, it's starting to squeeze.
All right, well, I guess I'll try to break out and just say, what is the meaning of this? You know?
Make me a test of strength.
All right, that's 3 and 6.
Yep.
Oh, I got 6.
He just kind of starts to like grin sickly, and then you hear a in one of your shoulders, and you take 5 damage as you screech out in pain. You feel like your arm has either been dislocated or broken or something. Would you like to try to escape again?
I am assuming if I try to cast a spell, I can't because I'm grappled. Yes,
you're being held. I'll still let you cast because you're being held by the shoulders. Your hands are free.
Well, at least one of them is. The other one might be a little.
Yeah, it hurts like hell.
Wonky.
Yeah. All right. Well,
it's like Lethal Weapon 2. Does it hurt? Yeah, it hurts a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not as bad as when I put it back in.
Yeah, I'll cast command and tell him to I can't. It's got to be one single word. So no, I'm not going to cast command.
Well, there's a lot of good commands you could do for one single word.
Oh, I'll just cast command and say sleep.
Okay.
If he's less than 7 hit die, I don't think there's a save.
Targets of 7 hit dice or more unaffected by the spell. Above average intelligence are allowed a sorcery saving throw. So you know what we're going to do? We are going to roll his int. Well, his int is only 10.
Aww.
So you say sleep, and he just falls unconscious on the ground.
But did he let go of his grip?
Yeah. When you go sleep, you go limp.
With that. Who are you rooting for, dude?
Yeah.
Maybe you go limp.
Meanwhile, the Aspicos, the guy you were trailing, has just completely disappeared. You lost track of him during this.
I'm annoyed because I was planning on casting sleep on this guy and then leaving him in the street. My plan foiled by whatever this is. I am going to drag this guy into the nearby alleyway.
Okay.
I'm going to use my rope, hog tie him because he's sleeping for 6 turns
He
or
is.
6 rounds. So I got not a whole lot of time.
Right.
And then I'm going to run as fast as I can because I'm sure it's getting dark.
It is.
To the hole.
All right. Go ahead and make me a test of con to see if you make it back before the even takes bell.
Maybe the golden wine guy's out there still.
I know. I might need it.
Cam.
I might need it. Test of con. Where's that? Oh, okay. 3 and 6.
All right. You can do it. I believe in you.
I got a 2.
All right. You make it in and you slam the door behind you into the cellar. You realize your friends aren't there. The old lady just kind of looks at you and just points up. And you go into the main building and you see Vulcus, Arik, Bozeman just starting to come to, kind of slapping them all. And there's 2 horses.
2 horses.
I'll tell my tale and explain that there's some large man who tried to accost me while I was attempting to find a way to free Darrell, or at least cause enough suspicion so he doesn't get convicted.
Okay.
I used to do criminal defense work. So I am going.
Did you do it by leaving them in the street when they were gonna?
I'll tell you a story once we're off the air.
Well, we have some news as well. As you see, Bozeman here it was attacked by our thief friend from our first excursion after we arrived in town. He's dead now. But we had to bring the horses back here, so that's why we're right here.
And we've traded one, Zarek, or whatever, Zarika. I don't know what her name is. I can't.
I'll get Bozeman some water since he
Sakura.
seems to be waking up.
Zakara. Requested one, the riding horse, not Bozeman, not Seabiscuit, but Seattle Slew as payment. And we agreed because we had no other options. We didn't have time to get to a stable. And I was more concerned about getting Bozeman under our protection and safe from the night, along with his steed.
I shake, I'm just kind of shake my head and I'm like, we have nothing but bad luck since we've entered this town, this city. We really need allies. And I'll sit down and I'll look to you, Vulcus, and I say, I really think we need to meet with Rejoinden soon. I talked to the boy and he wants to see us. And that's actually, Darrell ensured we got the message. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Tell me about your conversation with the boy.
Well, he was a fool. Sold the necklace to some street, merchant,
What?
and then went and spent the money rather in a high-profile way. The merchant identified the necklace immediately and tried to curry favor with the satrap's wife. They threatened to kill him, thinking he was the thief. So, of course, he fingered Darrell. My plan was to put him asleep and let the Anthropophagi eat him this evening, so then there would be no one to confirm it was actually the boy who sold the necklace to him. But that's when I got accosted by that giant.
That's not the story that I was originally told. The original story that I was told was that Darrell and Laurie took the pearl necklace to the Temple of Rel, and that's how they became members.
Well, apparently the Rejoinder did not want the pearl necklace.
That's not the story that was told me. He took it, and that it would be useful as a bargaining chip or to gain influence over the satrap and his wife. Somebody's lying.
That's actually a really good point. That's what they told you, huh?
That's the story that I heard. I mean, I wasn't here. I joined you later, but I know that's the story I heard.
Bows meet or full
maybe
meet,
they're-
no.
And for those of you out there in audience land, if you had watched the previous episodes, you would know that too.
Well, it's possible that Rejoindon changed his mind. What would we gain in having? What would Darrell have to gain by sending us a letter, a note that Rejoindon wants to meet us?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. This whole thing stinks of treachery and suspicion and power plays. And you mentioned at one point that you think we're pawns, and I tend to agree with you. But the stories don't. The stories are not. What's the word I'm looking for? They don't coincide. These are not the same stories. It's suddenly everything's changed. With Darla Deck as our lawyer, he should know that.
Dong! The eventide bell rings.
All right. Well, we're going to secure our situation as best we can.
All right. While you guys are securing the situation, you feel like you can get it pretty well, secured without worry for the evening. Darladak, you've spent the afternoon reading up on the laws of Xambaala. And so the things you would have come to is that criminal behavior is met with severe punishment in Xambaala. Crime is not tolerated at all, and civil anarchy is heavily punishable. If necessary, a force of the Satrap's army will chase criminals into the desert or surrounding grasslands to apprehend them. Defilers of Xambaalan law must undergo a trial at the forum near the Satrap's mansion. Serves as the courthouse. Presiding over the forum are the Satrap himself, as well as a small council of key local figures, including Aramis Tethak and High Priest Piroas of the Temple of Helios, as well as some other influential citizens. The council has final judgment over innocent or guilt, and that it's a back and forth prosecutor and a defendant or the defendant's spokesman, and that consequences of a guilty verdict will depend on the crime. Stealing is usually punished with the removal of a part, hand, nose, or finger. Murderers are damned to the arena or banished into the wilderness with no clothing or provisions. Recalcitrant slaves may be fitted with a collar and chain and not necessarily require trial. So if he does and agreed to the punishment of slavery, he can avoid the trial.
That gives me an interesting idea.
No, you don't get 50 gold for this one, Matt.
No, I'm laughing because if I know what Darladex is going to recommend to his client, this is why you don't go with a public defender. But anyway.
So while you're researching all that, you do hear the eventide bell, and Bercy actually taps you on the shoulder and says, "Well, are we joining the roof festivities this eve?"
Absolutely, of course we are.
He absolutely reeks of alcohol and Lotus, so he's had a wonderful day.
I feel personally attacked.
So you guys get up to the top of the tower. You're taking your bets, and as you're kind of casting your eyes around, as like the Anthropophagi start to cause chaos in the city, your gaze kind of travels across the main lane towards the Satrap's villa.
Mm-hmm.
And you see this contingent of Anthropophagi kind of like walking down the street, and all of a sudden they all turn and look into this one alley, and like 5 of these guys just go running down. You can't really hear much from there, but after a few minutes, you see this very tall, very angry, bloodied man emerge from the alley. He's got like broken body parts and limbs of these cannibal slaves, like a head or two that it looks like it's just been ripped off. No blades were used. And he just kind of stumbles out and he starts walking towards the Temple of Helios.
What does this man look like in height?
At least 8 feet tall, very dark skin, thick corded muscles, unlike any man you've seen in the city before.
Fascinating. Wow. You know, I bet I would wager that he could actually survive, an onslaught. He seems to be very, very well built. What region is he from?
You can't really tell from here.
Dark complected individual, 8 feet tall. Fascinating. I must meet this guy.
You might
Go on
not.
out there.
My money is that he would be excellent in the arena. Champion even.
The rest of the night passes without incident. Are you going to make any sort of like wagers or gambling?
Absolutely.
All right. Go ahead and let me. I'll just do. You know what? We'll do 2d6 against each other. Go ahead and roll. I rolled a 5.
You said 2d6.
Yeah,
right?
I rolled a 5.
I got a 9.
All right. So you win about 20 gold pieces over the course of the night from the various well-to-do and aloof folk.
Fascinating. Well, it was a pleasure doing business with you this evening.
Okay. The night pretty much passes by without further issue. I mean, there's the screams of terror, and you get some occasional anthropophagi that
Giddy.
on the doors of the hole. They can smell the horse inside. So there's a good hour where they're beating on the doors. But
Can I see down to where this hovel is that they're staying at?
not from you. You're
No.
on the opposite side of the bazaar.
Darn.
Sorry. No, you can't watch your friends and just be
He's
like,
going to bet on us. Bet against us.
obviously.
No. You never know.
The Temple of Helios is between you two.
It blocks the view. I get it.
We'll have to tear that down.
Matt, always bet on black.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man.
I was trying, but
All right. The dawn bell comes, and you guys are all reunited in the morning with the directive to be at the forum in about an hour.
All right. What's Bozeman's state at this point?
Bozeman is groggy, but he's fine.
Okay.
Hit points.
You only lost 2, so anyone who slept for the night can roll your hit dice plus your con mod for healing.
All right.
All right. I explained to Bozeman the deal that we made to secure him for the night in Seabiscuit, and unfortunately, Zakar, whatever fucking name,
Sakura.
and now takes possession of the second horde. And I apologize, but Ark and I didn't know what else to do. We kind of felt like that was our only option.
That's fine. I thank him for taking care of me and the horses.
And I think, I mean, it's up to you, but I think maybe first order of business is to get this horse secured in the stables and to do it sooner rather than later while there's still room.
Okay.
We also
Just
need
a-
to think about
just a
why we were
suggestion.
targeted by that our former ally.
Oh, it was your former ally. It wasn't mine.
Yeah. I've been thinking about this. I don't know. There's just so many unknowns, right? Like,
Well, I mean,
we have, if on the one hand, the kids could have been lying about their success with joining the guild just to make this puffery to make themselves look bigger than they are. And the real story is that Rejoindon's like, you're crazy, get this out of here, right? But that, which would mean that maybe we can still meet up with Rejoindon, right?
Mhm.
Or it's all been crap and the kid's working for somebody else. And I'm kind of starting to lean in that direction mainly out of paranoia because of this thief that we originally teamed up with. Is now went to take down Bosamund, and Darrell went to great lengths to make sure we got that letter.
So have I walked up back to the
Yeah,
the
yeah,
hovel
you're there in the morning.
Regardless of what we think, at this point, Darladek is counsel for the accused. Ragon is a a primary witness.
So I discovered the most interesting thing I saw last night.
Nobody cares, Darladek.
but it was oh yeah, and I think I have a way for Darrell to not mind.
All right. Hurry up. Continue. Just get to the
anyway,
point.
I want to tell my story first. Yeah, I saw this hulking species of a man come out of the alley over by the Citrops place. He must have been 8 or 9 feet tall. And
yes, I put him to sleep after he attacked me, and then I tied him up.
He was carrying pieces of the creatures from the night. He literally had torn them limb from limb. It was so amazing. We must. Oh, wait. Did you say that you encountered?
He attacked me. He attacked me. I have a feeling he's working for the satrap, possibly the merchant that Darrell foolishly sold the necklace to, because the merchant lives right next door. And we need to see if we can get over to the merchant's house so he misses the trial.
So I have a plan here. In addition to that, yes, because that would actually make the case weaker against him. And I kind of relay, some of the information, that I discovered, throughout the. However, I think his best means of not finding himself at the end of a rope is to be collared, and he could come into our possession, perhaps.
That's actually not a bad idea, because that way he stays a henchman for us. He stays alive. I actually kind of like this idea.
See, I think if he was willing to
and then Vulcus, we can figure out what the
treat
heck
him
is
fairly,
going on.
Of course, yes, and that gives us time to actually find the truth.
I think that's a good idea.
The boy needs a defense, and our first order is to get there and provide him with it.
But we don't have the time for a proper defense. So
I thought you studied. I thought you studied Xambaala law.
Well, I did
for a whole afternoon.
What do you got, Cam?
Isn't it possible that this is all just suddenly the bounty on us is dropped and conveniently Darladek is chosen as the counsel, and Ragon, you're to be brought into this as well, into the hands of people who could easily overwhelm you, surrounded by guards. I'm not going anywhere near that trial.
Well, he chose me. I don't know why.
Yeah, he is not reliable. He is not trustworthy.
He chose you because you were the first familiar.
I was the only one that he saw. Yes, maybe. It did seem to be darting, looking.
Just seems
panicked.
Very elaborate when all they needed to do was send some people to kill us.
Well, they did try that.
They tried that.
No, it wasn't them. It wasn't them specifically. It was simply the guy from the Gladiator Arena. I forget what his name was.
There was a bounty on your heads.
And why did the thief that we haven't seen for days suddenly come after us again?
Well, obviously he works for the Temple of Rel. He's a thief, right? I mean, was
Darrell also works for the Temple. Yeah.
Well, Darrell says he works for the Temple.
Well, no, this whole fucking thing's a setup. I mean, everything is indicating a trap.
Who's carrying the note?
Winch note.
Rejoinded.
That's what I wanted to know. I asked that in the Discord last week. Who has that? That note was originally given to us. It was translated by the guy with like a quarter of a tongue left, who was Shala's in the camp outside the Oasis, and one of her people. And I don't know who had that, and I wish I didn't. If
I recall that I turned it over to Matt. I think I gave Matt the note.
Well,
So-
if I have it, I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to crumple it up, and I'm tossing it in the fire to get rid of
Okay.
it.
The note
As
is
if-
burning in the fire.
The message was received, so if the message is true, all we have to do is reach out to Rejoinded. But if this ends up being a setup, there's no evidence linking us at this. Well, fewer bits of evidence linking us to Rejoinded. That makes sense.
But what we need is more time to be able to unravel this plot.
No.
And-
Here's what we need to do. How much time until Darladek needs to be there and Ragon need to be there for the
1
trial?
hour.
How long will it take to get to the gates of the Temple of Rel?
Get to the gates of the Temple of Rel. It's far on the north side of town, probably about 30 minutes if you go quick.
All right. Come with me. And I start walking north to the Temple of Rel.
Who do you motion to come with you?
think
Everybody?
Anybody and everybody, whoever wants to come.
Just one. I will follow. But here, this is the dagger of the thief that attacked us. He's dead. Maybe if you need a scapegoat, that will be an option for you. And I'll just give you the dagger and its sheath.
I'll take that and I'll just carry it with me.
Okay. So who else going into the Grotto Rel?
I guess we're all going, unless I'm
I'm
Well, I
not
should
going in there.
consult with my
I could go
client.
nearby.
But
what is your plan, Vulcus?
Do I really look like a guy with a plan?
Oh, I've been kind of winging it since we got here. I just wanted to go out in the desert and find treasure. Next thing I know,
What happened to the female
Anyway.
ranger who went out into the tribes far to the east of here?
Who
Maybe
gives a shit?
I give more shit about that than I do here in the city. With who knows who's trying to kill us?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. That's a good question. Are our henchmen hanging out with us this whole time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got the boys. They made my boys.
Yeah.
don't touch the wine, right?
Yeah, don't touch the vinegar.
Halkep and Ramos, yes, they're here.
Okay. Well, then, if we want to go to the where this trial's taking place, I can go with the henchmen, and we can kind of stay around outside and keep an eye on things. And if something goes sideways,
All
try
right.
to help out.
Here's Ark. You go with Bozeman and stable Seabiscuit and get them procured, and then you meet us back at the place where the trial is going to take place. Darladek and Ragon, if you don't mind, come with me. I'm going to take the dagger that Arik gave me, and we're going to hastily proceed to the gates of the Temple of Rel.
Okay.
Very well.
Okay.
That does not leave me much time to consult with the accused, but I will comply up to the point at which I need to depart and make sure I have enough time to reach
Trust
and
me.
consult with him.
Trust me.
All right.
I know you hate it, Matt, because you're not in control, but trust me.
I know. I don't see I have much choice at this point. My thought is to flee back to the Oasis at this point.
That's what
All
we're
right.
gonna do. That's what we're gonna do.
Oh, Bozeman and Arik, you guys are able to get to the stables and board Seabiscuit without issue.
Okay.
It's a gold a day for boarding and to feed the horse.
Fine, I can pay it.
Okay. And then you are taking up your place outside the forum and just observing and waiting for your companions to return.
Yeah, with our henchmen.
While you are there, you do see a strange sight. There's a contingent of guards, but near one of the houses near the forum. And it seems as though they're kind of like they've got it cordoned off and they're not letting anyone. There's a small crowd that's gathered. There's some whispers that are making their way through the street of a murder that took place. And sure enough, after about 10 or so minutes, you see them wheel out on some sort of like cart the cold and blue body of an Ixian man, a slender looking Ixian man. And you can see bruises around his neck very, very vividly, even from this distance. And we make our way back to the Grotto of Rel. You guys are at the front door. You make your way through the city without much issue. There's 2 guards that are very obviously members of the Thieves Guild standing guard. What do you do?
I'm going to approach them, but cautiously and not to raise any alarm. And I'm going to wait until they address me.
They just ignore you. There's one of them smoking a pipe.
Okay, well, I'm going to stop about 15 feet short, just out of combat range, and I'm going to take this dagger out from that Art gave me with the green goo on it. I'm going to throw it on the ground. I say, Jordan wants an audience with us.
One of them looks at the dagger and just kind of shrugs. He looks to the other one. He utters something in a language that you can understand the individual words, but they make no sense. And then he goes inside. He looks at you and says, "It'll be a moment."
No, it won't be a moment. If Jordan wants to meet us, he will meet us in the bazaar at 3 p.m. today near the apple cart. If he doesn't show up, then we know his request was not in true faith. We'll see you later, and then we immediately head back.
Okay.
To Darladek and the side of the trial.
All right.
As we're heading back, I just kind of look at Volkus and I give him the medieval fantasy equivalent of that could have been sent in an email. And then, but yes, we'll make our way to the forum.
Okay. You make your way to the forum. You've got about 10 minutes. Are you all going inside? Are you just sending inside Darladek? Is it Darladek and Ragan? What is
I'm sticking with Ragan because I'm basically his bodyguard at this point.
And I'm going to keep an eye out for that merchant.
Very well. I will go consult with Durrell, and I will inform him that you are looking. What any suggestions, Valkas? Since you are trying to find the ultimate culprit. At this point, I think until we get more information with only mere minutes remaining, the best solution is for him to be enlisted into slavery, and we can purchase him.
Essentially a plea.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
It's better than him hanging from the end of a rope.
Plea deal. Love it. All right. So are you going to go talk to... You've got about 10 minutes before the trial starts.
Yeah, I go. Would you like to accompany me, Ragan, or?
Valkas. Oh, you're asking me. I'm sorry. I thought, okay. No, I'm still looking for the merchant. I'm like looking around for him.
Okay. All right. Very well. I go ahead and proceed and talk to Durrell, and I advise him that, look, we are searching for the truth behind the matter. However, it is very important that you, in order to save your life, take the offer of being enslaved. We will purchase you, and we will treat you no different than we have thus far.
Are you still going to pay me?
I don't know if that's sweetening the pot.
So we're going to still treat you like shit. Yeah. You'll just be a slave.
We may even entitle you to a...
it's a win-win.
Yeah. Are you gonna pay me?
You'll still get your
like
wages.
A piece of shit, but this time we own your ass.
You'll still get your wages.
2d6 for me, Jeff.
You still will get your wages. Add charisma.
Yeah.
You don't have any charisma.
Shit. Hang on, let me do that.
Are we with them, Dan? Or Arik and I with them as well?
If you want to be, or do
we
you, I
linked
thought
up at
Arik
this
was
time?
staying outside. Yeah, it's up to you guys if you want to be in or out.
Well, I think
No,
we need to tell somebody about that murder we saw at some point.
Yeah.
What's my charisma?
Take Bozeman. Take the gladiator with you, and I'll stay with the other guy out here.
Okay.
Let's see here.
So yeah, you can go in and let them know, like right before Jeff goes in.
I
Yeah,
got
I'll
a
mention. I'll
4.
mention to them.
What's my plus and a charisma for 13?
1.
So I got a 5.
He just kind of looks at you and says, "Nah, I think I'll take my chances. You're a good arguer. I've seen you. You talk a lot and use big words, and you have that. Well, then, yes, very intellectual manner of speaking. Surely that'll convince them."
You're doomed, kid.
I understand that, but the evidence currently is not in your favor. And the best way that I could find for your survival, so that we can eventually prove your innocence.
As you are talking, you hear a cry ring out, "All parties report to the forum."
Oh,
I don't see this guy at all. Dang it.
The lieutenant guard on the jail opens up his cell and proceeds to shackle Darrell. He puts the shackles on him, and then Darrell's like holding them up, and then he realizes they're too big, so he just drops his hand to the ground, and they fall on the ground. So the guard just kind of like mutters something and pulls out a length of cord and ties his hands together. You notice that Darrell has sneakily, he's still kicking the body of the dead rat as you guys are making your way into the forum.
you won't be able to do much of that hanging from the end of a rope.
So.
Are you sure you wouldn't take? I'll tell you what. We'll even give you a raise.
He says, "No, I think you'll be able to get me out of this one.
Very well.
I have faith." So, you guys enter the forum now. Are you guys following Darlagdak in? They do allow an audience, if you'd like.
I'm sticking with Ragan, whatever.
Well, Ragan is supposed to testify, right? So
Yeah, so I have to go in. So
Bozeman, in or out?
Yeah, he and Gladiator
Okay.
mercenary. He and I are with them.
Arik, you staying outside?
Yes.
yeah, absolutely. He's like, hell yes.
No,
don't like that
that's
you're
that's
asking.
good because we might need you out there.
Yeah.
The forum opens, and there's like a bugle that plays. The out of the side door comes the satrap and his wife, who sit up on like the forum balcony area. Aramis Dathak comes in and sits on the forum balcony area, and then the priest of Helios comes in and also sits up in the balcony area. There is one empty seat up there, so there are 5 total seats. And then there is a prosecutor that stands and says, "The accused will sit down." And then the Darrell is roughly ushered to the seat on the dais at the front. And the prosecutor stands and says, "And where is the first witness? Where is he? Aspikosh will enter the forum." There's a long, drawn-out silence. A quick mutter to a helper who runs out. "He will be here shortly, I'm sure. Probably just overslept. But meanwhile, I shall read the charges to this young one. You are accused of grand larceny for stealing the satrap's wife's most valuable and most treasured pearl necklace. A crime normally punishable by the removal of a hand, but given the value of the necklace at hand, it is the court's duty to sentence you to death in the arena or the gallows." After a few minutes, the helper comes back in and whispers something in the prosecutor's ear, and he looks suddenly very flustered. You catch him look up at the balcony, and he locks eyes with Aramis. And he says, "Well, how odd. There is no accuser. Would anybody else like to accuse?" He looks at Darlagdak. Do you have anything to say in this one's defense?
Well, if there is no accuser, then how can we know that there was indeed a crime committed? How do we know what the origins of this was?
Roll me 2d6.
Eight.
All right. Roll me a d20. You get a +2. I rolled a 16.
Shit. I got a 5.
He looks at you and says, yes, there's no accuser, but there is still the official record. And he unfurls this scroll.
And the official record is based upon what? The testimony of somebody who's dead?
How did you know he was dead?
His body was seen being hauled out of the whatever the place was. I'm sure there are multiple. I'm sure there are multiple people.
What have you had to do with this, cryomancer?
I have had nothing. Did you see? You think my hands were
I move for new charges of murder on that man.
I move for charges of conspiracy on that man.
Who are you pointing
Here
at?
we go.
Are you pointing at the prosecutor?
Yes.
Oh my God, we're all gonna die.
I'm gonna get-
20.
I would like to get on Seabiscuit and go back to the desert.
Oh,
How dare you accuse me? What do I add to it? Anything?
Nothing. I rolled
19.
I rolled a 17.
19.
All right. I have one success. You have one success. He says, clearly that you are in cahoots with your client that you have before you here today. He sent you out to kill last night, to strangle to death the poor merchant Aspacus.
Would you like to question the folks at the tower?
What folks at the tower?
I was in the wizard's tower all evening.
But you had time this morning before trial.
I had time this morning. I did not.
Clearly you did. You were seen walking around the city,
I was
loitering with your friends.
Loitering. Do you think my dainty little hands were capable of doing such damage that was clearly obvious?
I can see your dainty little girl hands, but know this. Aspacos was a weak man. He was kept with very little food in his belly for most of his life. He was slight,
Why
not more
was
than 80
who
pounds.
starved the man?
And the situation of Xambaala starved the man. His wares were worthless, and everybody knew it. And yet,
You say that his wares were worthless?
murdered him in an attempt to keep your clients safe. I hereby declare that we charge Darlick with murder. Roll a d20.
I told you to buy him that Manhattan at North Texas in the bar.
I did buy him the damn Manhattan.
You should have bought him 2 or 3. It's got a long memory.
I didn't. That's not good. I've got a 6.
that's not good.
Ha! Clearly the gods favor me. What say you, good counsel? You look up, and Aramis Dathak is sitting there, and he's kind of like, kind of wavering back and forth. The satrap is just nodding furiously. Like, he's like, yes, he did it. He murdered him. And the priest of Helios is looking down, and he's wearing his ceremonial mask on, so you can't get any sort of look into him and to how he feels. Is there anything you would like to do to try to beseech the council?
Well, clearly, it was apparent that this man was murdered. But clearly it was not my fault. I am not capable of such things. I do not break laws. Ever. I am above that. That is beneath me.
Aramis is looking past you to the seat on the dais.
Mhm.
You turn around and look, and you see Darrell sitting there with his hand up. The prosecutor looks to him and says, "Yes, young one, what have you to say?" He looks up and says, "Just so you know, one of his friends came to see me in jail yesterday. They put me up to stealing the necklace. I didn't get a chance to say much in my own defense. They said that they wanted treasure, they wanted kingly treasures, and I was just trying to find some food, and all I was trying to do was eat for a day. They kidnapped me and took me into the desert. I barely escaped with my life from lions, and I believe that you should not just hold Darlingdak accountable, but also his friends, because I didn't do it."
Really? What happened to your friend with the slit heels
What are you talking about?
in the desert?
I'm going to step forward, if it please the court.
You may speak, says the prosecutor.
May I question the person on the stand, meaning Darrell?
It is unusual, but sure.
Darrell.
Yes, mean, scary man who beat me.
Objection. I would like to remove from the record, Your Honor. I never laid hands on this child.
The prosecutor looks at you and says, "That's neither here nor there and not on trial. I don't care."
Oh, shit. I love this. Matt, don't roll your eyes, please.
I'm staying in character. I'm just like,
Okay. Darrell, you claim your friend was eaten by lions. How was he eaten by lions?
He didn't run very fast
Why?
because he was fat.
Because you hamstringed him?
No. The
Yeah.
lions hamstringed him.
Really?
Oh, with
What
clean
weapons did you have?
cuts.
What weapons did you have in your possession at that time?
I don't know. You guys took them all. That's why I had to run. I couldn't kill the lions.
Is it true that you're a member of the Temple of Rel?
I don't know.
Is it true that you are a member of the Temple of Rel?
Yes and no.
It's a yes or no question. You either are or you aren't. Which is it?
Yes-ish.
Yes-ish. Okay.
No, but probationary.
When you stole the pearl necklace of the satrap's wife, who did you give it to?
Ragan.
That's incorrect. Ragan never took possession of that. Did you not give it
That's
to
true.
Jordan?
No. Why would I do that?
Did you? And remember, you're under oath.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hamstring your friend Laurie?
I cast command and shout confess.
I love it. Well, he's definitely not getting the saving throw. He looks at you and then he just says, "I showed the amulet to Rajordan. He told me to get rid of it. He didn't want to be seen with it. So I thought that I could use it for a payday. I went to the market. I sold it to Aspicos. Aspicos said that he could set me up with money for life because Aspicos is in the employ of Aramis Dethok." And he points up towards the council. And then as soon as he says that, Aramis gets up and just leaves.
And none of the people that you have accused here today, including Darladek, Ragan, or myself, had anything to do with this, correct?
Nothing to do with that. In fact, you guys were generally pretty nice to me, although I will say that Darladek is kind of an asshole.
The defense rests, Your Honor.
And it has to be the truth because he confessed it.
Yeah.
And I point to Darla and I go, that man is a giant asshole.
I'm going to let you roll 2 d20s. You can take the highest one. I'm going to roll 2 d20s and take the lowest one.
Who wants to roll?
Falcus?
Oh, me?
Yeah, go for it, Valkus.
2d20s.
Two d20s. Take the highest. I'll roll 2d20s and take the lowest.
Oh shit, that's a 9 is my highest.
Oh, my lowest was a 17.
Jesus Christ! Rigged! Rigged! Where's the wheel? Bring the wheel out! Wheel!
If the glove don't fit, you must quit.
So there's just like a general cacophony in the forum right now. There's Aramis is left. He's gone. And
Where is Aramis at? That's fascinating. Maybe you should be looking at him as perhaps the murderer. I suggest that you might want to seek out him.
the prosecutor's looking around. Roll me a d20.
Who? Who's rolling?
I got a 6.
Okay, I got a 14. And then does anybody else want to try to say
Add
anything?
D20.
Does anybody else want to what? Dan, sorry.
Does anybody else want to say anything?
I think enough damage has been done by people speaking. So I'm just going to get up because as far as I'm concerned, we're clear. The guy that I hate the most has been implicated. I'm going to leave.
Who's the guy that you hate the most?
I'm just going to follow.
Aramis. He's the guy who drugged me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
So which one's involved in killing Valkus's wife?
Temple of Helios.
Yeah, it's somebody in the Temple of Helios. We don't know who. I'm going to stick with Ragon because I'm his.
Okay.
I'm his
So
bodyguard.
you guys are leaving.
You're his Huckleberry.
As you are heading out, you hear there's like a general like smashing of wood on wood. The prosecutor has a gavel and he says, well, we lost a member of the council, but it does stand to reason that the accused did in fact admit to the crime at hand. As such, counsel, how do you vote on his sentence? Aramis is gone. In Aramis's absence, his vote is no. He looks over towards the satrap, who says, "Death in the arena. I want to watch and have fun." The high priest Pyrrhus of the Temple of Helios, through a bronze mask, mumbles, "Death in the arena. I agree. All glory to Helios." And then since that's it, there's two of them. Aramis.
I wince when he says
Objection.
Say one more thing and you will join him, Cryomancer.
There's an old saying in the legal biz, okay? Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered, okay? Let's just go, okay? Let's just go.
Then it is official. The sentence is death by arena for one Darrell.
Fine, I will wager on him to lose.
Yeah, to lose, yeah.
The sentence will be carried out this afternoon. And with that, we'll come back next week.
I think the lesson here is for Ragan. Do not trust
Anyone.
smiling, innocent-faced street urchins ever.
Well, I always expect a little bit of betrayal because it is about money. We're mercenaries, But whatever web that kid was weaving was really starting to cause me problems. And because of his confession, we now know a little bit more about this Aramis guy that I really hate. As far as I'm concerned, me ditching him at the forum, despite my attempts to help him, will send a message to anybody else who wants to work for me. Loyalty is important. But anyway.
As you guys are leaving the forum, a gentleman bumps into 1, 2, 3, 4. Valkus.
I immediately check my pouch and pockets and everything.
You
He
check
bumped into me? Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to make sure he didn't pickpocket me.
He in fact reverse pickpocketed you. There is a note in your pocket that says meeting at 3 is on.
Look at that.
I told you it could have been done in an email.
I'll hand it to Ragon and be like,
Is that a Xambaala email?
I'll just look at him. I'll read the note. I'll hand it to him, and I'll be like, "Told you.
All right.
Trust me."
All right.
So next
You
week,
would have been better off had you opted for
Taking the plea.
well,
take the plea.
and now
I
he's going to get
told
eaten
you.
by a lion or a tiger
Poetic
or
justice.
maybe a crocodile.
I don't care.
I
I won't be
suggest
there.
I suggest a lion. It would be apropos.
It would be.
I want to be in the box to watch.
Well,
Fucking Jeff. Jesus.
fucking Jeff. Jeff's like, everybody's like, yeah, let's go talk to the head of the
I
feast.
love
Well, Jeff's
Jeff.
like, I'm going to watch a kid get eaten.
I love Jeff, but good God, dude. Come on.
The law is the law.
The law of the jungle, apparently.
Hey, karma. It's a bitch.
How's Bozeman doing?
How's Bozeman doing?
Bozeman's thinking about Justinian, the Emperor Justinian, who codified the Roman law for the first time.
Okay, never mind.
Somewhere
God.
around the 3rd century, I believe, 4th century. Really.
All righty.
Sorry.
God
I
love you. God love you, Erudite.
asked. Sorry, I asked.
Okay. You all get 600 experience. Matt, you get 800 for you get 900. 100 for commanding Darrell into confession, and also 200 for surviving the encounter with the very large accoster that tried to kill you.
Wow. Thank you. Well, that I think put me over to 3rd level. I'll have to double check.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't forget to do your 10% bonus for your experience and such. But,
Slick use of your command spell twice.
It's a great spell.
Yeah.
I had some
I love the-
shitty
I love
rolls,
the-
man.
I love
Well,
the
like
success.
I said, my character's sort of like I'm trying to set him up as like a young Megatron. Like I have aspirations for power, so why wouldn't I have command? I was like, yeah.
You want to be a transformer?
Well, no, like that kind of iconic like leader of a group of
I see you more as-
misunderstood.
see you more
It
as
was
a
much
young-
cooler when he turned into a gun than when he started turning into whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
more of a young Ben Matlock.
He wants to be the Matt in a box on the island of misfit toys.
You mean Matt? It should be Matt Benlock.
No.
Matt Benlock, yeah.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
Matt Benlock.
That's your character now.
Matlock.
You're Benlock now.
It's Matlock.
I regret joining the stream.
Every day.
Oh, we love you, brother.
Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure we had 20-ish folks on here. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow the channels. Dan's channels, you may be watching it on that, or you may be watching it on Jeff's channel. So give us a little love in there. Tell your friends, and maybe we'll have even more folks telling fun jokes and playing Hyperborea next week.
And the moral of the story is, don't hire me to be your attorney.
Leave Jeff eating wine and cheese, watching cannibal
That
races
was-
at night.
That
The
didn't
Wizard's
need to be
Tower.
said, Jeff.
I love that stuff.
He
That's
and Bertha.
great.
Everybody got that, Jeff. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, thanks everybody. Enjoyed it. Thanks, Dan, for running it.
Thanks,
Good
y'all.
game. Yeah, very interesting. Had fun.